All right, so I just finished training at a commercial gym. Sometimes I like to do it probably once a week, use some machines and just change of environment. But one thing I wanted to comment on is how good it is, first of all, that there are so many women in there doing their own training in the sort of, I would call it like the 45 to 60-year-old age group. So there is so much more awareness now of the importance of strength training as we age, especially for women due to things like bone density. But all of these women have good intentions, but not many of them are sadly being very effective with what they do. It's very hard for me to be there as a coach and to not take it on that, I wish they could do this, I wish they could do that. I do have some appreciation that, first of all, they're there, but there's, I think, still a lot of fear around lifting heavy weights. But all the research shows, and I've seen it anecdotally time and time again across many years, that you need to be lifting heavy weights, and that's relative to the person, to make changes with bone density. The problem lies, I think, mostly with the fact that a lot of this demographic have not ever really been taught how to lift per se. They've grown up with things like aerobic classes in the 80s and 90s, and going through cardio phases of, must be thin, must run, and all of this. But they've never learned how to lift. They've never learned how to do a squat, a deadlift, a press, all these foundational patterns that are required to actually load the skeletal system to make some changes with bone density and muscle as well. I see younger women, girls in their early 20s, lifting heavy and pushing themselves because they're more likely to be influenced by the influences of social media. The influences of social media in the fitness realm are really more towards science-based in some regards. Okay, so science is showing that you need to be lifting heavy. You need to be getting yourself close to failure. The older demographic, well, I say older, I'm in that demographic, the 45 to 60-year-olds, they're probably not exposed to that same influence on social media. So they just know that they need to be lifting weights, but they're taking what they've learned from their cardio days and from their body pump days into a gym. Now, like I said, this is great, but I just wish that gyms could start educating more. And like the thought that came to me when I'm in there is like, I could run a learn to lift workshop in here and I'd fill up the whole gym, because everyone wants to learn how to lift, but so many coaches are missing the mark. They're letting people lift the little pink dumbbells in the corner when they're way too strong and they're moving way too well to be doing that, to have any sort of positive changes in terms of bone and muscular system. So this is a bit of a call out for coaches. Let's do a little bit better. Let's keep on trying to educate. The Wild Movement, my gym, that's why we get so many people in this demographic, because they know that we can make positive changes in their body composition and on their skeletal system. Because we teach, we educate, we help. That's what we need more of.